iRadio Philly is proud to welcome Haverford Spring Fest, featuring 8 of Philadelphia's finest bands, including David Uosikkinen's In the Pocket.
One Saturday I took a walk to Silverhead. I met a girl there and she almost knocked me dead. Punk rock girl, please look at me. Punk rock girl, what do you see? Let's travel around the world, just you and me. Punk rock girl.
David Uosikkinen's In the Pocket, one of 8 great acts. Haverford Spring Fest, Sunday, May 17th. For more info, visit the events page at iRadioPhilly.com. iRadio Philly is proud to welcome Haverford Spring Fest, featuring 8 of Philadelphia's finest bands, including Charlie Gracie.
You tell me you love me, you feel it true, then you fly around with somebody new, but I'm crazy about you, you butterfly.
Charlie Gracie, one of 8 great acts. Haverford Spring Fest, Sunday, May 17th. For more info, visit the events page at iRadioPhilly.com. iRadio Philly is proud to welcome Haverford Spring Fest, featuring 8 of Philadelphia's finest bands, including Koofnots.
Get free, 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 free. We speaking freedom, releasing those locked cells. Some choose to breathe and exhale when all else fails.
Koofnots, one of 8 great acts. Haverford Spring Fest, Sunday, May 17th. For more info, visit the events page at iRadioPhilly.com. iRadio Philly is proud to welcome Haverford Spring Fest, featuring 8 of Philadelphia's finest bands, including The End of America.
Riding high in the morning new. Today's the day that couldn't come too soon.
The End of America, one of 8 great acts. Haverford Spring Fest, Sunday, May 17th. For more info, visit the events page at iRadioPhilly.com. iRadio Philly is proud to welcome Haverford Spring Fest, featuring 8 of Philadelphia's finest bands, including Ashley Leone.
You had me spinning in the moonlight, had my heels in my hand. There was nobody else. Say on my
Ashley Leone, one of 8 great acts. Haverford Spring Fest, Sunday, May 17th. For more info, visit the events page at iRadioPhilly.com. iRadio Philly is proud to welcome Haverford Spring Fest, featuring 8 of Philadelphia's finest bands, including Cabin Dogs.
When the last sun sets out on the sea, and the mountain sits up high on the sugar tree.
Cabin Dogs, one of 8 great acts. Haverford Spring Fest, Sunday, May 17th. For more info, visit the events page at iRadioPhilly.com. iRadio Philly is proud to welcome Haverford Spring Fest, featuring 8 of Philadelphia's finest bands, including the Cat's Pajamas.
driving in my car, driving far, I'm a movie star. Driving in my car, vroom, vroom, vroom. Driving in my car, driving far, I'm a movie star. Driving in my car, vroom, vroom, vroom.
The Cat's Pajamas, one of 8 great acts. Haverford Spring Fest, Sunday, May 17th. For more info, visit the events page at iRadioPhilly.com. iRadio Philly is proud to welcome Haverford Spring Fest, featuring 8 of Philadelphia's finest bands, including the Haverford High School Jazz Ensemble. The Haverford High School Jazz Ensemble, one of 8 great acts. Haverford Spring Fest, Sunday, May 17th. For more info, visit the events page at iRadioPhilly.com.
So May 17th is the date when we take over Brookline Boulevard for the afternoon for the Haverford Spring Fest and Arts Festival. And the lineup is stellar. This is the 2nd annual Spring Fest, and we've got a lineup here that you're really going to enjoy. First, we're going to have a group of individuals that have studied a wide range of repertoire incorporating jazz from a variety of the most influential big bands in jazz history. They've played Temple University, essentially Ellington Jazz Festival, the Rowan University Jazz Festival, local cavalcade of band jazz festivals, and featured pregame performance at Campbell's Field in Camden prior to a River Sharks game. They're also being featured at the 36th Annual Evening of Jazz Thursday, April 23rd at 6:30 in the Haverford High School Auditorium. And what I'm talking about is the Haverford High School Jazz Ensemble. Also on the bill, very cool music for kids. We're going to capture as many audiences as we can with this. Very cool music for kids that will captivate the parents as well. This group, they've toured all over the East Coast. They're the winner of the National Parenting Publication Award. The lead singer, Janet Schreiner, has a background in professional children's musical theater, as well as a teacher of theater and early childhood music. The latest CD is Backseat Driver. The band on stage will be the Cat's Pajamas. The bill continues. This singer-songwriter, she's played almost every important venue in Philadelphia, including an upcoming show with Jeffrey Gaines at the Tin Angel on April 4th. She's 18 years old, and she also performs for VIP audiences before major shows at the Susquehanna Bank Center. She's collaborated with Matt Sermansky of The Voice, season number 5. Currently, she's going to college in Nashville and exploring that music scene. She's a Philly native. Her name is Ashley Leone. Tom alluded to a prelude event at the Oakmont Pub the night before Spring Fest. Ashley Leone will be the performer there that night, so you get a chance to come out and see her much more up close than here on the stage on Brookline Boulevard. Also on the bill, a group that's recorded 4 albums in total, 2 under one name, 2 under another name. They've got another album out due in 2015. They started in 1998 as Kuwait Brothers Band. They've played the Newport Folk Festival, the Apple Farm Festival, many others, including Philadelphia Folk Festival. Their music is formed by mountain retreats from Vermont to Tennessee, and their name comes in memory of their 2 dogs, and the name of the band is Cabin Dogs. This next group met on tour prior to their formation in 2010. They've performed at numerous festivals, including South by Southwest. They've been invited to perform at Beck's Songreader Sheet Music album release show in Los Angeles. They've performed locally with Jim Boja at Steel City Coffee House, and the return of Huffamoose Show at Ardmore Music Hall. The name of this band is The End of America. The lineup will also include an alternative artist whose music crosses many genres from hip-hop to jazz to rock. He's won awards and accolades, including the official 2008 Phillies World Series song. He was profiled this past week in the Philadelphia Inquirer. And his latest CD, A Positive Light. His first studio album in 5 years. He's here tonight. We're going to hear from him in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, on stage on May 17th with us will be Cuff Knots. In the room, you may have seen him already, Philadelphia's first rock and roll star. And he's got his hits like Butterfly and Fabulous that put Philadelphia recording company Parkway Records on the map. Born in South Philadelphia, the second American rock and roller to ever tour Britain in 1957 and 58. Recognized by the Rockabilly Hall of Fame, the Broadcast Pioneers of Philadelphia Hall of Fame, and a PBS documentary. Still touring and recording today. Just released his autobiography, Hidden Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, on stage will be Charlie Gracie. And the reveal portion of the evening. This group formed in 2010, a Philadelphia supergroup of sorts. They perform Philly songs. They're comprised of artists that the leader of the group feels are important parts of Philadelphia music history. They've released 12 songs so far, as well as a collection of these songs called Sessions, and a live CD recorded at the Colonial Theater. They played to packed houses wherever they perform. The group is dedicated to promoting music programs. The drummer for the band is also the drummer for the Hooters. They're currently celebrating their 35th anniversary. He's also been drummer for Smash Palace, a band with a 30-year history, as well as session work for some amazing musicians. I'm talking about David Uosikkinen, who heads up this group. And this group features a core group of musicians from Philadelphia, as well as many of the best Philly artists, including members of the Hooters, members of the A's, the Soul Survivors, Baru Review, Ken Queter, Ben Arnold, Graham Alexander. They form the group that will be on the stage with us at Spring Fest May 17th, In the Pocket. And so at this point, we'd like to have our first interview up here. Michael Tierson from iRadio Philly is here. Let's hear it for Michael. And we'd like to bring David Uosikkinen up.
It's worth noting that my show is called The Marconi Experiment, which itself has a bit of Philadelphia tradition. David Uosikkinen, we go back a long ways.
We certainly do, man.
I was the first one that played the Hooters on the radio.
You're the very first DJ that played Man in the Street when the Hooters played, when we, you locked the door and you made them play Man in the Street, by the way.
I had my War of the Worlds night on the radio. Tell us how this whole concept of this all-star celebration of rock and roll Philadelphia theme music came about.
Well, basically, I moved away from I moved away from Philadelphia for a period of time, and
it didn't stick.
It didn't stick, and I came back, and when I came back, you know, it was just right after the Philadelphia Phillies won the World Series. And I was in Rittenhouse Square with my fiance Dallin, and I said, you know, I would really like to do a record or do a project just highlighting the music that made me the musician I am today, for better or worse. I mean, I listened to music like WFIL, WIBG, and I was raised on AM radio, and the great the Electric Factory and the music Philadelphia sound. So we decided to start record music and videotape the music that we're recording with a little documentary. And of course, what ties into what benefits this festival, music education. I too am a big supporter of studying music, and a lot of funds are being cut. So, you know, supporting that with this project and highlighting music that came out of the city of brotherly love, I thought, you know, why not? And the project has just grown over the last 5 years, and with support by people like iPhilly Radio and you, Michael, it's been amazing.
And I'll say this, the In the Pocket shows are some of the most joyous celebrational shows you'll see any place, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah. I pulled a muscle on Saturday.
That was actually the benefit for raising money for music lessons for kids in Camden.
Yeah. So we were always out doing stuff. I mean, we played at the Ardmore Music Hall on Saturday night, and there were 500 people that came out to that show. And Tommy Conwell was with us, and the Soul Survivors, and Richard Bush from the A's, and Steve Butler from Smash Palace, and John Lilly from the Hooters, Fran Smith, Cliff Hillis, who's with us tonight, who has an amazing solo record. And Kenny Queter will be joining us when we do the festival, and we're really looking forward to it. It's been a long time since I played outside in this area, so it's going to be a real gas.
And really, In the Pocket is the elite core of Philadelphia rock musicians, and yeah, it's a floating thing. It's a need-to-know basis sometimes.
Yeah. It's a band that just keeps on growing and growing and going.
And we will be seeing In the Pocket at the event.
Be there. Thank you very much.